Hello friends, Sylvia here from TandiArt studio today. Today I have different project for you. We will be playing mainly with watercolors. I've fallen in love with them recently. I was very scared of them for a long time because I thought you need to be very precise and you need to know how to control them. Yes, of course that helps, but you can't limit yourself to that only. So what I decided to do is explore how do they work with different mediums, right? And I started with just basically playing with color. You need to take time to play with them and to see how they move around, how they work. And I did all these collage sheets where I was experimenting, and then I thought, maybe I will design some projects with these papers. Just check if it's sharp enough. So I did. I went and worked with my in my art journal, and I made different pages. So basically I was building the background with the elements from those papers I made, and I designed the watercolor background, and I love it. I love it. It's soft, it's unpredictable, and you can play, it's really endless, the opportunities it gives. I'm just exploring different ways of playing with them. That's my favorite page, I think. Is that sharp enough? Yeah. Okay. So here I've played with crackle paste. We will be playing with this with soft matte gel for different effects, and then I applied Prima oil pastels, watercolor pencils and watercolors. I have only one set, it's the tropical one. Of course, they're so cute, those little things, very easy to travel with. So the project will be tropical, but I need to get all of them. I really need them in my life. They're just very, very nice, very vibrant, high pigment. So I thought we might do a little bit different projects. We do, let me buy the shadow boxes. Not sure if it's Prima or Tim Holtz. So I will prime them with gesso, and I will add crackle paste on them. I'll show you how I make my papers as well, and then I will build different elements with those papers we made. Okay, so allow yourself to play. And for the papers we will need watercolor paper or mixed media paper. That's actually bamboo mixed media paper, so it's for watercolor and acrylics, 265 grams. And I have some stencils, that's a more Studio and Prima. And what I do is I play with soft matte gel and I play with texture paste. So we will need some palette knife. Basically what we do is, didn't I show you? That's the effect. I'm not sure if you can see the crackles. Can you see? Yeah, the crackles. The crackle paste is just amazing with watercolors, and just splash, splash, splash. And this one is with soft gel medium, so it's basically resisting the watercolors. It's like a mask. This stencil was dirty with the paint, and it's just become a happy accident. That would be definitely my son loved that sunburst from 7 Studio. So take your watercolor paper, and basically what I do is I have crackle paste, so I will apply the crackle paste like this on the first part, just to have some without stencils, just the crackle paste, because it will just create those beautiful yummy crackles. Okay, so really unevenly, don't be scared. Okay, now I will use the same crackle paste with stencils. Okay, that'll be interesting because we will have stencil design plus the crackles. It'll be really cool, I hope. Sometimes they don't turn out the way you want, and it's actually best. Happy accidents and happy mistakes are just the beauty of mixed media and any art exploring. Okay, very brave today talking to you, so you don't have to. I will fast forward the project because that would be a very long video. Okay, and then I will clean my palette knife and use the soft gel. The 3D gel would work. Whoa! Sorry about that. My camera, the tripod is very tricky. It's playing a little bit on me. Let me see if I can. Come on. My tripod just doesn't want to work for me. Okay, just have to keep on opening. Okay, so the last stencil I used with the soft gel medium as well. This is very soft medium. Sorry about that. That's not a happy mistake. My camera falling. But I love that stencil from Umwal Studio, Puppies. Okay. And I might go back to this one just to use the page. And then we let it dry. And when it's completely, it has to be dry because it will react with water if it's not. When it's dry, then we play. Okay? See you in a minute. Okay, I'm back with our watercolor paper. As you can see, here is designed with the crackle paste. Here is with the gel medium. So we will apply the color. Now, with the watercolors, what you need your paints. You need the spray with water, the bottle of water. And always very handy is to have the paper towel in your hand, because sometimes you can very quickly erase some mistakes. Okay, so what you do is you spray your watercolors to activate them with water. I just spray them here. Then I always have 2 jars of water for brushes. It's very important that the water in your jars is clean. If you see that it's becoming brown on the ground, it's good to change. So I have 2 jars with just plain water, and so I don't have to go and change them quickly. Okay, so what I do as well is I will spray my page a little bit, so it will help watercolors to flow. Then choose the soft brush and just apply like this loosely. Then you can switch to another color. So pretty, isn't it? So pretty, so cute. And then you can move them around. So juicy, those colors. So you can mix them also on your palette to create different colors. If I add a little bit of pink, it's like a what you call that color? Coral? Yeah. Okay, so you can also move it around by spraying water and drips. because the paint will stop, if you see, in those little creases. I think that's what's called. I will just wipe this one off because I want to go with the red color here. So, and this way you can continue and just fill in your page. We can add more color later with oil pastels. And also it's really cool to use the distress paint. What I do is I do this, just smear them around because they're watercolor, they react with water as well. Water based, I meant to say. You can mix them with your watercolors, not but they're so cute. Look how cool. Also, there is a little trick to add different. There are ways to add texture as well. When the surface is wet, you sprinkle salt. Okay, and you have to leave it to dry. So the pieces of salt will just soak the paint, and it will give kind of different effect. Okay, but it has to be dry completely to remove the salt. So I'll just show you quickly how the gel medium worked as well. I clean the brush, and I go with maybe kind of greenish here. So that will be the, you see how it resists, it moves around a little bit too. There you go. Just get rid of this. Okay, we don't know which pieces we will be using of the color, and also when it's still wet you put water, and then show you the trick like this, and you just touch with another color to just give a little bit of different effect. So okay, and if it's too much water, you can always put it your paper towel and take the excess off. I love that kind of light brown in that palette. Is really, I love it's like almost a mixture of tropicals, but this color, the brown one, it reminds me a little bit like a vintage tropicals. No pineapple on the vintage newspaper. Look, if you actually add drier paint, you will see the details better. And totally, if you see here, totally different, softer effect with gel medium. Kind of soft and resistant, and here with the paste, it's a little bit different. Now I messed up a little bit my salt. So, and look at this here with the stain. Wee. That's so pretty. You see, like watercolor, it doesn't have to be, it can be a mixed medium. It can work with other medium. It makes me, like, it is another tool to use, another fabulous tool to use in your projects. I'm thinking, do I have any other? My daughter is obsessed with those distressed paints. She doesn't know it's a paint, she just loves the container and she's carrying it around everywhere. I had lovely pink. So you can just add, see, little dots here and there. I just have to find that pink because she's stealing them and carrying them around and putting in different places, and I can find them then. I really like them. Okay, so I will dry that, and also before I dry it, I did up my shadow boxes. So what's the blocking? So what I did is I glued them together with not heavy gel, of course, heavy body gel. It works perfectly. I just apply at the edges and stick them together, leave them overnight, and it's like it's not going anywhere. And I apply the texture paste, the gesso first and texture paste. So I just put that on the side to dry. So here I will do the same. I will add some, look at this, guys, it's so pretty, so cool, so cool. I want this project to be tropical, but a little bit vintage tropical, so that brown is just perfect. So that's just a tiny bit. I want to leave some of the background light, not too much paint. Okay, I might add a little bit of that turquoise, tiny bit. Okay, as it is tropical, need to add. They will be much lighter when they dry, so I don't have to worry too much. They're so pretty. The paints are just yum. So yummy. Here I add a little bit of blue as well. I'm adding all the colors because I don't have a plan yet. I know I want to do like 3 symbols, which are very important for me. I think I want to do something for love, for family, and for art, for inspiration, for magic in my life. So we see. Don't worry, it's not like I always go with the flow and get the inspiration from what's kind of coming in the project, what's showing through from the project. Yeah, I think we need more drips. I need more drips. So look at this, cute, 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 cute. Drips are cool. Okay, I don't want to bore you with, because I could play and play. You can go back and forth with this. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I love that green. It's really juicy green. Kind of green. Okay. Okay, so it will be lighter. I will leave it to dry and then we come back to that. I actually wanted to show you that you can even use the paper towels. Look. I will add a little bit of color with watercolors to different fabric. So this is cheesecloth, some lace and some cotton. And also I have here some of the vintage music paper, book pages. I put them actually under this so it will soak. So it's the So I will add maybe a little bit of so pretty. So this way you can add colors to, you can just even let it dry again. Ooh, look at this. And this would give me, I put it on the watercolor paper so I can, it's like a stencil. That lace is so pretty. Do do do. Cheese cloud. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. I might use it, I might not, but you know, when you do this, you put it on, like I have so many my handmade stuff because I think they have just magical meaning there if it's something you made. And here I just put maybe this, and I will add some color like this and just leave it to dry, and when it's dry you will see totally different effects. This one might be very yellow. They are so vibrant. It's not like the watercolors we used at school. I remember they were so kind of low pigmented. So when this is dry, it'll be so fab. Okay, so I'll dry everything and I come back and we will put the project together. I will probably fast forward everything so you're not really bored because the video will be long. So just explore with it and get messy. Don't worry, it's just watercolors. Dry the papers, dry the fabric, and we play. We hopefully the project will turn out nice. Right, see you in a minute. Okay, I came back because I wanted to show you one more thing you can do. Especially with the crackle paste. Don't worry, sometimes it will be peeling off the paste, but that's okay. It's just with the paper it works differently. But with the oil pastels you can go over the detail and just smear it, and this way the pastel will go to the creases. You can see. Whee! So you can add kind of contrasting colors too. And if you smear it, okay, let me check if I can. Zoom it. Okay, so you can play with those as well. Like, it might be peeling, but that will give, you know, those little crackles because they are on the paper. You can seal them, of course, with the gel medium as well, but they just add more fun texture. So like this. Okay, it's just a little trick. Doo-doo. Okay. See you in a minute.